6 toxic fish seniors should stop eating now. Imagine sitting down to a warm family dinner. A beautifully grilled piece of fish on your plate, seasoned with a touch of garlic and herbs. You take a bite, enjoying the taste, thinking, "This is healthy, isn't it?" Fish is supposed to be good for you, lean, full of protein, and loaded with omega-3s that everyone says are great for your heart and brain. But what if I told you some fish you love and trust might be quietly harming your health? What if the seafood you're eating to stay strong is packed with mercury, toxins, or bacteria that hit older adults harder, slowly damaging your memory, nerves, or immune system? Here's the scary part. As we age, our bodies don't clear out these dangers as well. Organs slow down, toxins build up, and risks grow without any warning signs. Most people don't even know until it's too late. If you're over 60 or looking out for someone who is, this is something you need to hear. In this video, we're revealing 6 toxic fish seniors should stop eating right now to protect their health, along with safer options like wild Alaskan salmon to keep you feeling great. Before we jump in, leave a comment below saying, "I'm ready to learn," to show you're here for your health or a loved one's. And be sure to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide for daily tips to live longer, stay stronger, and keep your mind sharp. Ready to find out which fish to avoid? Let's dive in. Let's dive into the first fish that seniors should steer clear of. A popular choice that might be hiding serious risks for aging bodies. Here's what you need to know about king mackerel, and why it's a health trap you can't afford to ignore. King mackerel is a fish many of us associate with hearty, flavorful meals. Maybe it's the star of your family's weekend barbecue, sizzling on the grill with a smoky char, or served up at your favorite seafood restaurant with a side of lemon. It's rich, it's satisfying, and for years, people have praised it as a heart-healthy option. But here's the hard truth. King mackerel is one of the worst fish for older adults, packed with mercury that can quietly wreak havoc on your health. Mercury is a heavy metal, a toxin that builds up in your body over time, and for seniors, this is a bigger problem than most realize. As we age, our liver and kidneys slow down. They don't flush out toxins as efficiently as they did when we were younger. That means mercury from king mackerel lingers, settling into your brain, your nervous system, even your heart. What does this look like in real life? Picture your uncle, the one who loves his fishing trips and always grills up king mackerel for the family. Over time, you notice he's not himself. He forgets names, misplaces his keys, or seems unsteady when he walks. His hands might tremble as he pours his morning coffee. At first you think, well, that's just aging. But it might not be. Mercury buildup can trigger serious issues for seniors, far beyond simple forgetfulness. We're talking cognitive decline, where memory slips away faster than it should. Nerve damage, which can cause tingling, numbness, or loss of coordination. Even cardiovascular stress, putting extra strain on an aging heart. These aren't scare tactics, they're real risks, backed by health research and stories from families who've seen it happen. Now, here's where things get tricky, and it's a mistake I've seen over and over. People confuse king mackerel with Atlantic mackerel. They sound similar, right? But they're worlds apart when it comes to your health. King mackerel, often caught in warmer waters, is a large, predatory fish, high up the food chain, which means it absorbs more mercury from the smaller fish it eats. Atlantic mackerel, on the other hand, is smaller, lives in colder waters, and has much lower mercury levels. It's actually a great choice for seniors, rich in omega-3 fatty acids that support brain function and heart health. But king mackerel? It's a health trap in disguise, sitting in your freezer or on the seafood counter, marketed as premium, when it's anything but safe for aging bodies. So what can you do instead? You don't have to give up fish or the flavors you love. There are smarter, safer alternatives that deliver all the benefits without the risks. First, consider wild-caught salmon. It's a superstar for seniors, low in mercury, bursting with omega-3s that keep your brain sharp and your heart strong. Whether grilled, baked, or pan-seared, it's versatile and delicious, perfect for a weeknight dinner or a special occasion. Another great option is sardines. Don't let their small size fool you. They're nutrient powerhouses, packed with healthy fats, calcium, and almost no mercury. Plus, they're affordable, easy to find canned, and can be tossed into salads, sandwiches, or eaten straight from the tin with a sprinkle of lemon. Making this switch isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about protecting your future. Every bite you take is a choice, one that can either support your body or slowly chip away at it. For seniors, those choices matter more than ever. If king mackerel is a staple in your home, check your fridge today. See if it's there, maybe labeled as Spanish mackerel or kingfish at the store. If it is, it's time to rethink your menu. Ask your grocer for wild-caught salmon or sardines instead. When dining out, don't be shy, ask the server what kind of mackerel is on the plate. It's your health, your right to know. These small steps, they add up, helping you stay sharp, steady, and strong for the years ahead. The bottom line? King mackerel might taste great, but its hidden mercury load makes it a risky choice for anyone over 60. By swapping it for safer options like salmon or sardines, you're not just eating smarter. You're investing in clearer thinking, stronger nerves, and a healthier heart. It's about making choices that love your body back, one meal at a time. Let's move on to the second fish that seniors need to watch out for, one that's sneakier than you might expect. Here's the lowdown on tilefish and why it's a hidden danger for older adults, especially when you're dining out. Tilefish might not be a household name like salmon or tuna, but it's a fish that shows up more often than you'd think, especially in restaurants. Picture yourself at a nice seafood place, maybe celebrating a birthday or just enjoying a night out. The menu lists whitefish or catch of the day, described as light, flaky, and grilled to perfection with a drizzle of lemon butter. Sounds harmless, right? You order it, thinking you're making a healthy choice, something easy on the stomach and good for your heart. But here's the catch. That whitefish could very well be tilefish, and for anyone over 60, that's a serious problem. Tilefish, particularly the kind caught in the Gulf of Mexico, carries some of the highest mercury levels of any fish out there, even more than king mackerel. Mercury isn't just a buzzword. It's a heavy metal that builds up in your body, and for seniors, it's especially dangerous because aging bodies don't clear toxins as effectively. Why does this matter? As we get older, our brains become more vulnerable. Mercury from tilefish doesn't just pass through. It settles in, quietly harming neurological health. This can show up as memory loss, where you struggle to recall names or recent events. It can lead to confusion, making simple tasks like following a recipe feel overwhelming. In some cases, it even mimics dementia-like symptoms, causing worry for you and your family. Imagine your aunt, always sharp and quick with a story, starting to repeat herself or forget where she parked her car. You might blame age, but what if it's the fish she's been eating at her favorite diner? Health research backs this up. High mercury exposure is linked to cognitive decline, balance issues, and mood changes, all of which hit seniors harder because the brain and nervous system are less resilient over time. The real problem with tilefish is how it hides in plain sight. Restaurants love it because it's versatile, with a mild flavor and a texture that pairs well with fancy sauces. It's often marketed as a premium option, sometimes called golden tilefish, or tucked into a seafood medley, with a higher price tag. You see it on the menu, you think, this must be good for me. But expensive doesn't mean safe. In fact, it's the opposite. Tilefish from the Gulf of Mexico is a mercury magnet, absorbing toxins from the water and smaller fish it eats. Unlike some fish where cooking might reduce certain risks, mercury stays put, whether the fish is grilled, baked, or fried. And because it's often labeled vaguely as whitefish or catch of the day, you might not even know you're eating it until it's too late. This lack of transparency is a real issue for seniors, who deserve to know exactly what's on their plate. So what's the smarter move? You don't have to swear off seafood or stick to bland meals. There are safer, just as tasty alternatives that won't put your health at risk. First, consider cod. It's a classic white fish, mild and flaky, perfect for baking or pan-searing with a sprinkle of herbs. Cod is low in mercury, gentle on aging digestive systems, and widely available at grocery stores or restaurants. Another great choice is haddock, similar to cod but with a slightly sweeter flavor. It's easy to prepare, whether you're making fish and chips at home or ordering it out. Both cod and haddock are nutrient-rich, providing protein and healthy fats without the toxic baggage of tilefish. They're kind to your brain, your nerves, and your overall wellness, letting you enjoy your meals with peace of mind. Here's a practical tip. When you're dining out, don't be afraid to ask questions. Politely ask the server, "What kind of white fish is this?" If they say tilefish, pass and ask for cod or haddock instead. If the menu's vague, that's a red flag. You have every right to know what you're eating, especially when your health is on the line. At the grocery store, check labels carefully. Avoid anything marked as Gulf tilefish, and opt for cod or haddock fillets, fresh or frozen, from trusted sources. These small choices make a big difference, helping you protect your memory, your balance, and your clarity as you age. Swapping tilefish for safer options isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about nourishing your body with every bite, keeping you sharp and strong for the years ahead. Let's turn our attention to the third fish that seniors should avoid, one that carries a certain allure but hides serious risks for aging bodies. Here's everything you need to know about swordfish, and why it's a choice that could quietly harm your health. Swordfish has a reputation, doesn't it? It's not your everyday fish, showing up instead at upscale dinners, maybe on a cruise ship or at a fancy restaurant during a family celebration. You see it on the menu, a thick, juicy fillet, grilled to perfection with a herb crust, and it feels like a treat. For many seniors, ordering swordfish is a moment of indulgence, a way to savor something special. Maybe your dad, always one for a good meal, says, "I'll splurge tonight, I'll have the swordfish." It sounds luxurious, even healthy because, well, it's fish, right? But here's the harsh reality. Swordfish is one of the riskiest fish for older adults, loaded with mercury that can do serious damage, especially if you're over 60. As we age, our bodies don't process toxins as well, and swordfish, with its long lifespan and predatory nature, is a mercury magnet, storing toxins that can linger in your system. Why is this such a big deal? Mercury isn't something that just passes through, it settles in, targeting your kidneys, your nervous system, and your brain. For seniors, this can mean nerve damage, where you might feel tingling in your hands or feet, or struggle with tasks like buttoning a shirt. It can cause tremors, those unsettling shakes that make holding a glass of water a challenge. If you already have health issues like high blood pressure or kidney strain, swordfish can make things worse, quietly pushing your body in the wrong direction. Picture your grandmother, vibrant and full of stories, starting to seem unsteady, her hands trembling as she knits. You might think it's just age, but what if it's the healthy fish she treated herself to last week? Research shows mercury exposure in seniors can accelerate cognitive decline, increase heart stress, and even mimic neurological disorders, risks that hit harder when your body's defenses are slowing down. There's a dangerous myth out there that needs clearing up, and I hear it all the time. People think, if I cook the fish thoroughly, that'll get rid of anything harmful, right? Unfortunately, that's not how mercury works. You can grill swordfish to a perfect char, bake it with garlic, or sear it on a hot skillet, but the mercury stays put. It's locked in the flesh, unaffected by heat or seasoning. This isn't like bacteria you can kill with a high flame. It's a heavy metal, stubborn and toxic, especially for older adults whose metabolism can't clear it out efficiently. So every bite of that swordfish, no matter how well prepared, adds to the mercury load in your body, building up over time until it starts affecting how you move, think, or feel. It's a misconception that keeps people eating swordfish, thinking they're safe, when the truth is far less forgiving. So what's the better choice? You don't have to give up rich, hearty fish or the joy of a good seafood meal. There are safer alternatives that deliver flavor and nutrition without the risks. First, try rainbow trout. It's mild, flaky, and versatile, perfect for grilling with a splash of lemon or baking with herbs. Rainbow trout is low in mercury, packed with healthy fats, and gentle on aging organs, making it a smart pick for seniors. Another great option is pollock, a fish you might know from fish sticks or seafood soups. It's affordable, easy to find, and has a clean, delicate flavor that pairs well with any seasoning. Both trout and pollock are nutrient-rich, supporting your brain and heart without the toxic baggage of swordfish, letting you enjoy your meals with confidence. Here's a practical tip. When you're at a restaurant, don't just order blindly. Ask the server, is this swordfish or something else? If it's swordfish, politely choose something safer, like trout or pollock, if they're on the menu. At the grocery store, skip the swordfish steaks, no matter how tempting they look, and grab trout fillets or frozen pollock instead. These swaps are simple but powerful, protecting your nerves, your kidneys, and your clarity as you age. Choosing trout or pollock over swordfish isn't just about avoiding danger. It's about nourishing your body, keeping you steady and sharp for the years ahead. Let's shift gears to the fourth fish that seniors need to be cautious about, one that's a favorite for many but comes with hidden dangers. Here's the critical information on big-eye tuna, also known as ahi, and why it's a risky choice for older adults. Big-eye tuna, or ahi, is the star of sushi platters, with its deep red slices looking fresh and inviting. Maybe you've seen it at a trendy restaurant, arranged beautifully on a plate, or enjoyed it during a family sushi night, feeling modern and healthy. It's not just for the younger crowd anymore. Seniors are joining in, savoring the social vibe and thinking raw fish is a light, nutritious choice. But here's the truth. Big-eye tuna is one of the most dangerous fish for older adults, packing a double punch of high mercury and bacterial risks that hit aging bodies hard. As we get older, our immune systems weaken, and our ability to flush out toxins like mercury slows down. This makes big-eye tuna, often eaten raw in sushi or seared rare, a serious health concern for anyone over 60, especially if it's a regular part of your diet. Let's break down why this matters. First, mercury. Big-eye tuna is a long-living predatory fish, high up the food chain, which means it absorbs mercury from smaller fish over years. That mercury doesn't just pass through, it builds up in your body, targeting your brain, nerves, and kidneys. For seniors, this can lead to memory issues, like forgetting conversations or struggling with daily tasks. It can cause nerve damage, leaving you with numbness or tremors that make holding a fork unsteady. Now add the second threat, bacteria. Raw big-eye tuna, common in sushi, can carry salmonella, listeria, or even parasites. When you're younger, your immune system might shrug these off, but for older adults, these bugs hit harder. A low-grade infection can turn into a serious illness, causing fever, stomach issues, or worse, hospitalization. Imagine your mom, who loves her weekly sushi outings, suddenly feeling weak or confused. You might blame age, but it could be the raw tuna she thought was harmless. There's a big confusion that trips people up, and it's important to clear this up. Not all tuna is created equal. You see tuna on a menu or in a store, and you think it's a safe bet, but big-eye and albacore tuna are the risky ones. They're the ones in high-end sushi rolls, seared ahi steaks, or premium cans, with higher mercury levels that make them dangerous for seniors. Skipjack tuna, often labeled as light tuna in cans, is a different story. It's smaller, lives shorter, and has much less mercury, making it a safer choice. But even then, moderation is key because eating any tuna too often can still add up. The problem is, people don't realize the difference, ordering ahi at restaurants or grabbing albacore cans, thinking all tuna is equally healthy, when big-eye is quietly piling on risks. So what's the smarter move? You don't have to give up tuna or the joy of a good seafood dish, but you need to be intentional. Stick to canned light tuna, made from skipjack, and make sure it's cooked. It's affordable, easy to find, and perfect for sandwiches, salads, or casseroles. Limit it to no more than 2 servings a week to keep mercury exposure low. Cooking is crucial because heat kills bacteria like salmonella or listeria, which raw fish can't guarantee. If you love sushi, consider cooked options like shrimp tempura rolls, or ask if the restaurant uses skipjack instead of big-eye. At the grocery store, read labels carefully, avoid ahi or big-eye steaks, and grab cans of light tuna instead. These swaps are simple but powerful, letting you enjoy tuna's flavor without risking your immune system or brain health. Here's a practical tip. When dining out, don't hesitate to ask, what kind of tuna is in this dish? If it's big-eye or albacore, politely pass and choose a cooked fish like salmon or cod. At home, check your pantry, see if you've got albacore cans by mistake, and switch to light tuna for your next tuna salad. These small changes protect your body, keeping your mind sharp and your immune system strong. Choosing cooked skipjack over raw big-eye isn't just about avoiding harm. It's about eating with confidence, knowing you're supporting your health with every bite. Let's dive into the 5th fish that seniors should approach with caution, one that's marketed as a health food, but often hides serious risks. Here's what you need to know about farmed salmon, and why it's not the safe choice you might think for older adults. Farmed salmon is everywhere, from grocery store displays to restaurant menus, its vibrant pink fillets catching your eye. Maybe you've picked up a neatly wrapped package at the supermarket, drawn in by a sale price, or ordered it at a bistro thinking, salmon's good for me, right? It's praised for its omega-3s, those heart-healthy fats everyone talks about, and it feels like a smart, nutritious choice. But here's the reality. Farmed salmon, especially from places like Chile or Southeast Asia, can be more harmful than helpful, especially for seniors. These fish are raised in crowded underwater pens, packed tightly together, fed unnatural diets, and treated with antibiotics and chemicals to keep them alive. The result? a fish that carries toxins like PCBs and dioxins, which can wreak havoc on aging bodies, causing inflammation, immune system damage, or even increasing cancer risk. For older adults whose organs and defenses are more sensitive, this is a risk you can't ignore. Why is this such a problem? As we age, our bodies don't handle toxins as well. The liver and kidneys work harder, the immune system slows, and harmful substances linger longer. Farmed salmon's toxins, like PCBs, are linked to serious health issues. Inflammation from these chemicals can worsen arthritis, making joints ache more than usual. They can weaken your immune system, leaving you more prone to infections or slower to recover. Worst of all, PCBs and dioxins are known carcinogens, raising the risk of cancer, a concern that hits harder when you're over 60. Picture your neighbor who loves her weekly salmon dinner, starting to feel more tired, her joints flaring up, or catching colds that linger. You might think it's just aging, but what if it's the healthy salmon she's been eating? Research backs this up. Farmed salmon from unregulated regions often carries higher toxin levels, posing unique dangers for seniors. The issue lies in how farmed salmon is sold as a health food, and it's easy to fall for the marketing. You see that bright pink flesh, hear about omega-3s, and assume it's a win for your heart and brain. But the truth is, the farming conditions tell a different story. These fish are crammed into pens, swimming in water clouded with waste, fed pellets made from low-grade ingredients, sometimes laced with chemical colorants to make the meat look pink, because without it, it'd be gray. To prevent disease in these cramped spaces, farmers use antibiotics, which can foster drug-resistant bacteria, a nightmare for seniors with weaker immune responses. Some farms, especially in countries with loose regulations, use pesticides or other toxins that end up in the fish you eat. It's not the salmon itself that's the problem, it's how it's raised, and that's rarely mentioned on the label or menu, leaving you to think you're making a safe choice when you're not. So what's the better option? You don't have to ditch salmon or the benefits of omega-3s, but you need to choose wisely. Go for wild-caught Alaskan salmon, a cleaner, leaner fish from pristine waters. Unlike its farmed cousin, wild Alaskan salmon feeds naturally, free from antibiotics, artificial dyes, or toxic chemicals. It's rich in omega-3s, supporting your heart, brain, and joints without the risks. Whether grilled, baked, or poached, it's delicious and versatile, perfect for a cozy dinner or a special occasion. Yes, it's a bit pricier, but for seniors it's an investment in health, protecting your body from inflammation and toxins. At the grocery store, check labels carefully, look for wild-caught Alaskan, or ask the fishmonger for details. Avoid anything marked farmed or Atlantic salmon, which is almost always farmed, even if it sounds fancy. Here's a practical tip. When dining out, don't assume the salmon is wild. Ask the server, is this wild-caught Alaskan salmon or farmed? If it's farmed, opt for another fish like cod or trout to stay safe. At home, inspect your fridge, see if you've got farmed salmon fillets, and make the switch to wild next time you shop. These small steps matter, reducing your exposure to toxins and supporting your immune system, joints, and long-term wellness. Choosing wild-caught Alaskan salmon over farmed isn't just about avoiding harm. It's about nourishing your body, keeping you vibrant and strong for years to come. Let's wrap up with the sixth fish that seniors should be wary of, one that's deeply tied to comfort and tradition but carries hidden dangers. Here's the essential information on imported catfish, and why it's a risky choice for older adults. Imported catfish holds a special place in many hearts, especially for those who grew up with it as a family staple. Picture your grandfather in the kitchen, frying up a batch of crispy catfish, the golden crust filling the air with memories of laughter and Sunday dinners. It's comfort food, a taste of home, often served at church potlucks or local diners, affordable and familiar. But here's the tough truth. Catfish imported from certain Asian farms is far from the safe, nostalgic dish you remember. These fish are often raised in unregulated conditions, loaded with unsafe antibiotics and chemicals that can lead to drug-resistant bacteria, a serious threat for seniors. Older adults with their slower immune systems are especially vulnerable to these risks, which can turn a beloved meal into a health hazard, causing illnesses that are hard to shake. Why is this such a big concern? As we age, our immune response weakens, making it tougher to fight off infections. Imported catfish from some Asian farms, where regulations are lax, are raised in overcrowded, unsanitary ponds, teeming with bacteria. To keep diseases at bay, farmers use antibiotics, many of which are banned in the US because they contribute to antibiotic resistance. This means bacteria in the fish can become superbugs, immune to standard treatments. For a senior, what might cause a mild stomach upset in a younger person could spiral into a severe infection, leading to fever, prolonged illness, or even hospitalization. Imagine your aunt, who loves her fried catfish at the corner diner, suddenly battling a stubborn infection, her energy drained, her recovery slow. You might chalk it up to age, but what if it's the imported catfish she's been eating? Health studies confirm that drug-resistant bacteria from such fish pose a real danger, especially for those over 65. The popularity of imported catfish makes it even trickier. It's cheap, often sold in bulk at supermarkets or served at budget-friendly restaurants, making it a go-to for families or seniors on fixed incomes. Its mild flavor and versatility, whether fried, baked, or grilled, add to its appeal, and for many, it's a nostalgic link to childhood or community gatherings. But that low price comes with a hidden cost. Unlike U.S. farmed catfish, which follow stricter safety standards, imported varieties from certain regions lack oversight. The water they're raised in can be polluted, the feed questionable, and the chemicals used, like pesticides or growth enhancers, can linger in the fish, adding toxins that stress aging organs. Seniors whose bodies are less equipped to filter these out face risks that outweigh the comfort of a familiar dish, turning a beloved tradition into a health gamble. So what's the safer choice? You don't have to give up catfish or the warmth it brings, but you need to be smart about it. Choose U.S. farmed catfish, raised under tight regulations with cleaner water, safer feed, and limited antibiotic use. It's still affordable, widely available, and delivers that same mild, flaky texture you love, perfect for frying or baking with your favorite spices. Always cook it thoroughly, well done, to kill off any bacteria, especially important for seniors with slower digestion or chronic conditions. At the grocery store, check labels carefully, look for U.S. farmed, or ask the fish counter for details, avoiding anything marked as imported, especially from Asia. When dining out, ask, is this catfish U.S. farmed? If the answer's unclear, opt for another dish like baked cod to stay safe. Here's a practical tip. Take a moment to inspect your freezer or pantry, see if you've got imported catfish fillets, often sold as basa or sway, which are common Asian imports. If you do, swap them out for U.S. farmed catfish on your next shopping trip. At restaurants, don't hesitate to question the source. Your health is worth it. These small changes make a big difference, protecting your immune system and keeping you strong. Choosing U.S. farmed, fully cooked catfish isn't just about avoiding danger. It's about preserving the joy of comfort food, ensuring every bite supports your well-being, letting you savor tradition without risking your health. Let's pause to focus on the big picture, the key lessons that tie everything together for seniors looking to protect their health through smarter food choices. Here's why being intentional about the fish you eat matters, and how small steps can make a huge difference. As we age, our bodies change in ways that make us more vulnerable. Mercury, toxins, and bacteria in certain fish aren't just minor concerns. They're serious risks for seniors. Your liver and kidneys don't clear toxins as quickly. Your immune system works harder to fight bacteria, and your brain and heart become more sensitive to damage. Eating the wrong fish, even occasionally, can quietly build up harm, leading to memory slips, nerve issues, or weakened defenses. Picture your mom, who loves her fish dinners, forgetting small things or catching infections more often. It's easy to blame age, but what if it's the fish on her plate? Research shows that seniors face higher risks from mercury, which can cloud thinking, or bacteria, which can turn a mild illness into something serious. Being careful about fish isn't about fear. It's about staying sharp, strong, and healthy for the years ahead. The good news? You don't need to overhaul your diet. Small changes go a long way. Start by checking where your fish comes from. At the store, read labels, avoid imported or farmed fish from questionable sources, and choose safer options like wild-caught salmon or U.S. farmed catfish. When dining out, ask, what kind of fish is this and where's it from? It's your right to know. These swaps protect your brain, keeping memories clear, your heart, reducing strain, and your immune system, helping you fight off illness. Talk to your family, share what you've learned, and make healthier choices together. It's not just about one meal. It's about a lifetime of better health through intentional, loving decisions. Here's your action step. Today, open your fridge, check what fish you have and see if any need replacing. Drop a comment below. Tell us what you found or a safer fish you love. Subscribe to Senior Like Guide for daily tips to live better. And share this video with someone you care about. It could change their health for the better.